What's up, internet? Welcome to the good game. Take a random guess which game the good game is, Haas.
Fishing.
Man, looks like you were wrong about that. That's crazy. He's throwing things in rage. I bet the fishing game boots up faster than the best game on the planet.
It boots up faster than Terraria?
No. Well, got me there.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody who's here on stream right now, check out this new thing we did. You ready for this? You looking to stream, Haas?
No, I'm definitely not looking at stream. I'm trying to redeem fish again.
Check that out. Pretty cool, right?
That's you'll put that when funny cutscenes happen, right?
Yeah.
Good. That's nice.
Why are we on a plane? Go you. All right, let's continue. I'm interrogating Miss Tenero. I like pressing the button. It's fun. All right, so we've already... I need my controller. Let's see what we got here. I guess I have to present this to her. If you can please take a look at this for me, Miss Tenero. Oh, that suitcase. Yes, about the suitcase. You are the one who designed it correctly. Correct. I think I figured something else out about it. Suitcase is the reason you went to the shop, isn't it? There's nothing you won't find out eventually, is there? Will you please tell me more about this suitcase? Yes, I was interested in seeing how the suitcases I had designed were selling. I know that as a service professional, I'm not supposed to care. I really wanted to know. And I was glad to see that it was the last one there. The last one there. I don't know. I'm a failure.
Like a new dialogue option.
Yep, but I want to just bring up everything really quick. Just give me all of them as fast as I can.
Check out my badge, isn't it cool? You like my prosecutorial badge?
Look at my prosecutorial badge. She doesn't know how to answer me.
I think there was only one thing you could have shown her.
I want the secret dialogue. She's like, my phone! Not happening. The last suitcase. So you're saying, Miss Tenero, that the suitcase in question was the last one? Yes, they're just so popular they're practically flying off the shelves. That's not exactly the impression I got. The one in the shop is most definitely the last one. We're currently looking at that suitcase. Really? I guess we sold all of them. Thank you very much for taking the last one. I didn't say anything about buying it. Then say you'll buy it. I'm sorry, I can't. But why? I think it'd go great with your complexion, Mr. Edgeworth. It really suits you. Guarantee it personally as a service professional. Well, that is, how should I put this? It's hideous. Oh! It was a bit too direct. Moving on, my issue with the suitcase isn't the design, it's the number of them remaining. Remaining? There were 2 suitcases in the in-flight shop when I investigated it. 2? But that's impossible. I'm sure there was only one. Looks like her story has generated quite the contradiction. I left the shop. I'm positive there was only one suitcase left. Something is amiss here. What could be the meaning of this? By the way, Miss De Niro, what is one of those suitcases doing here? I thought you said there was only one left. That one is, it's mine. Used it for a very long time now. Used it for a long time? I think not. Mr. Nero, I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't lie to me. Excuse me? I don't believe for even 1 second that you've used this for a very long time. What proves that this hasn't been used for nearly as long as Mr. Nero says? Can I select the whole fucking ugly barf green breed? He's like, you would never! You would never!
Take that!
Take that! So, Mr. Nero, is it also your habit to keep the price tag pristine on your suitcase? Ah! What is the meaning of this? Why would you lie about a suitcase? Despite having faith in her design sense, the sales numbers made her cry bitter tears. Truth is becoming increasingly clear to me. Mr. Nero, I think I understand. I know what you were trying to hide. Now that the suitcase was originally in the in-flight shop. Seeing as how the price tag is still on the suitcase, one can only assume it was out on the floor for sale in the shop. The person who bought the suitcase was you.
Take that!
It was you, wasn't it, Mr. Nero? Hate to say this, but the suitcase that you designed hasn't sold very well, has it? You saw how poorly this design that you poured your heart into was selling. We're deeply hurt. That's why you wanted to make it look like it was selling by buying it yourself. Isn't that right? The reason you went to the shop and came back here was... I'm sorry, all I really have is my job. I was overjoyed when my design was chosen. So that maybe I'd finally accomplished something. Suitcases didn't sell. It's because of the design, isn't it? All because it's, as you put, hideous. Can't say they chose a great place in which to sell them either. We weren't selling a single one. They were just sitting there collecting dust. Felt so bad seeing them there day in and day out. So I decided to buy one for every flight I worked. You buy one every single time you work a flight? See, so in order to keep your resolution, went and bought one today as well. Yes, here's my receipt for that purchase. This receipt is clearly time-stamped 5:40 a.m. You really went... No, oh my god, it's $1,000. Truth is, there's still a bunch of them left and sold. Planning to scrap the remaining ones at the end of this flight. Scenario, where are the other suitcases? Should all be down in the cargo hold. Then the suitcase the killer used could very well have come from the cargo hold. Mr. Edgeworth, you don't think that the killer used one of my suitcases to... Yes, I do. The killer used one of your beloved suitcases to move the victim's body. Oh, how could they? I poured my heart into it, which is what I meant when I went online and found this wallpaper of a monkey. The suitcases were meant to be faithful partners to our passengers on their trips. That's all I ever wished for them to be. Mr. Nero, is there any other way to get the cargo hold other than the elevator? The only other way is through that door there. And what about security? That door has no special lock installed because just to enter this room, you need a special key card that only crew members have access to. Which means that the culprit is someone who can enter this room. Ahem! The ditzy chick, I told you. Limiting the passengers and leaving only crew members as potential. No. Yes. I can't believe it's the ditzy chick. Hold it. Yes, Francesca. Going on these wild goose chases. You're a disgrace to the Von Karma name. What do you mean by that? The suitcase came from the cargo hold. The fact alone tells the whole story. Yes, which is why I said the culprit must be a crew member who used their key card. Miles Edgeworth, you're proposing that the killer rode the elevator from the cargo hold, correct? Yes, that's the only realistic possibility. The other attendant, Miss Mealy. I asked her earlier and she had this to say. Francesca got information on Miss Mealy. In order to make the elevator go down to the cargo hold, a different key card is required. A different one? Yes, and the only person who holds that particular card is you, Miss Rhonda Tinero, and only you. Ah! What? Is this true, Miss Tinero? Yes, I keep that key card in my locker at all times. Could you please show us that card right now? Yes, hold on. It's not going to be there. Ah, I don't believe it. What's wrong? The key card. It's gone. Ah, very clever. Pretending that your card was stolen when in fact you're just trying to hide it from us. You really thought this through. Wait, it's not like that. Oh my god! You can tell us all about it when it's like out at the station. Officer, arrest this woman. Yes, ma'am. Mr. Edgeworth! I can't do shit, bitch. I'm just here on, like, good graces. What's wrong? There's disbelief written all over your face. Francesca, I know that you are the lead investigator on this case. However, hold it. Don't even think about wasting any more of my time. You know the rules as well as I do. Evidence speaks louder than words. Even if this isn't a courtroom, that basic tenet still applies. I intend to investigate the cargo hold now. What will you do, Miles Edgeworth? I intend to do likewise. You know the rules. Damn, I was so close to be continuing. Oh, March 12th, 2:52 p.m. Flight G390, lower deck cargo hold. Oh wait, I forgot.
Forgot what?
Chicken butt. Oh wait, I can even do this? Hold on.
Huh?
There you go.
What'd you do?
Click the stream.
What
I had to preview. The one that you're watching right now. It's your line.
Wow, so this is the cargo hold, huh? Thank you.
He's gone.
It's so big.
That's what she said. Oh my god, there are so many. This plane is a special model. It is both a super large cargo hold and ultra luxurious first class seating. So is this the real scene of the murder? There is certainly a high probability of that, which is why we are here, correct?
Okay, let's get investigating, sir.
Lower deck cargo hold. Begin investigation.
Can I run up the stairs again?
Yeah, go right ahead. Go with you. He's tired this time. He's tired. He wanted to walk. Oh, wait. I got him stuck.
Holy suitcases, Mr. Edgeworth. It's like an all-you-can-use suitcase fair.
These must be all the leftover ones they couldn't sell. The ones the company's planning to dispose of after the flight is over.
This paint job is really cool, don't you think? It practically screams artsy.
Oh, why not purchase one then? I'm sure it will bring you much happiness.
You think so? Then maybe I will. Let's see here. $1,200! I think I'll pass.
And Miss Scenario wonders why they don't sell. You need 2 jobs just to buy one. Although it definitely looks like one is missing. Huh? What's this brittle substance I'm stepping on? It's a bunch of glass fragments. Weird champ. I didn't know that this plane was capable of carrying such large pieces of cargo.
This thing's as tall as 2 of you on top of each other, sir.
It would probably take 20 of you to cover the entire surface of this monstrosity.
What, really? Yeah, I guess that sounds about right.
There's really no need to take that throwaway estimate seriously, detective. Fucking idiot. Fucking dumbass. I'm thinking to myself out loud. Keeping track of this many pieces of cargo must be very taxing on the cargo crew.
It sure brings back memories of when I worked as a part-time mover, sir.
By looking in his eyes, he's waiting for me to ask about the rest of the story. But no matter how he pours into the puppy eyes, I have no intention of doing so. I don't care. Who asked?
Hey, what's with the suitcase, pal?
It's what the victim checked in, sir. So this suitcase belonged to Mr. Hicks. I don't think he'd mind if we took a closer look.
There's nothing out of the ordinary in here, sir.
Wait, a file.
There's a photo of Miss Von Karma in it, sir.
It looks like a profile on Francesca. Why would Mr. Hicks have had a file on her? The fuck? Little fucking freak. All sorts of boxes are piled up here.
This one says flammable. In this one, it says pharmaceuticals.
This one says for exorcism use only. What the fuck?
Oh, I just love pushing the buttons on elevators and crosswalk signals. Here, you should give it a try, sir. Go on, push it.
The elevator is currently stopped on the first floor, Detective. It can't move.
Oh, yeah. I guess nothing would happen if you pushed it now.
Well, nothing would happen normally anyway without the special key card. Both the door to the attendance room and the elevator's service control require a key card, which makes it impossible for a passenger to come down here. Push the alarm, Gumshoe. Test it out. If you notice anything strange happening around here, I say cradling this man from behind. Sir! Sir, kissing you on the lips I am, sir! I'm not sure he meant to sound so oblivious. Alright, let's talk to Francesca. You arrived at the scene of the crime before Detective Gumshoe, correct? And you then immediately began to direct the investigation. Seems to me that you were already here at this airport for something besides Miss Murder. Yes, I was. I've been following a very large and involved governmental-level international crime. It's much too large for one person to take on alone. So it was decided that I should form a joint investigation with Interpol. He was Interpol. Interpol's involved. It's a top-secret operation, so I really can't tell you any more than I already have. I don't get that as evidence? It's only a talking point? Alright. It's time to talk to Gumshoe.
Yes, sir.
Did you notice anything?
This cargo hold is really big. I can't believe they can fit stuff like that in here.
Detective, what are you going on about? We're in the middle of an investigation here.
Whoa, stuff's falling on me. I can't really get into my work without something like this happening first. Well, let's get the show on the road. So, which item do you want to start on?
In this world, it's kill or be killed. This world, there are those who are not masochistic, and then there is Gumshoe. I hit him for fun.
So, that flight attendant, Rhoda Tenero, she's the killer, isn't he? She?
I don't think we can say for sure yet, but there certainly are a great number of things pointing us in that direction.
You mean like how she didn't tell us about her buying her own suitcase?
Yes, however, in regard to the keycard being stolen, I can't seem to find any evidence that she's lying about that. Let's give him everything. Oh, wait.
No.
There's the timestamp says she brought the suitcase at 5:40 a.m. No blood on this. I guess she's innocent. I'll just fly through this dialogue, you don't have to read it. No, hands off, detective. I'm not giving it to you. Oh, oh. Never mind, bitch.
So, this design, it's so postmodern, sir.
Postmodern, you say?
Yeah, especially this alien-shaped handle here. You can really feel a connection.
A connection? Right. Detective, please stop with your horrible impression of an art critic.
But I was only telling you my honest feelings, sir.
Fucking idiot, fucking. Don't eat it, 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 don't eat it. Spit it out, spit it out! Oh, I can really feel a connection. I think we already did this, didn't we?
Yeah. I think it's time to connect the dots. What is this raccoon-looking thing?
It's not a raccoon. It's the mascot of Go You Airlines. His name is Captain Ugo, and apparently he's supposed to be a monkey.
Ooh, I'm feeling some inspiration coming on. I'm going to make a piggy bank out of the police mascot, the Blue Badger. Then whenever there's any loose change lying around in the precinct, it can go in there.
Sure, sounds great. As long as any of my money. I'm stingy fuck. Don't eat that. Spit it out. His like mouth is open. This person's insides are full of blood. They must be the killer. And just imagine it's just.
Hey, Mr. Edward, I think something just fell out of your pocket.
Hmm? What are you? Oh!
So did something fall out or not? I didn't get a good look, sir.
It doesn't concern you, so don't worry about it. My prosecutor's badge of old thing. She must never know that I dropped it. He took it out to look at it. I'm thinking! I'm thinking. The Interpol and the profile are connected! Now, why would Mr. Hicks have documents profiling Francesca?
Oh, I know. I bet he's a big fan of Miss Von Karma, sir.
Francesca said that she had come to this airport as part of an Interpol investigation. That's a...
Oh, maybe Mr. Hicks had heard she was coming here and he followed her.
Detective, I think it's more likely that Mr. Hicks was, in actuality, Interpol agent Hicks. I think Francesca has some explaining to do. Broken glasses, glass shards. I'm thinking these are connected! I think we can safely conclude that these fragments are from a pair of glasses.
The victim was wearing a pair of broken glasses.
Exactly what I was thinking. I'm sure that the shards would match up perfectly with the remnants of his glasses lenses. Ergo, the victim was here, just as I suspected.
So you're saying that the real scene of the crime was here, sir?
Isn't that what I've been saying for a while now?
Oh, is it? I didn't know that.
Perhaps it's a bit early to draw that conclusion. I love his eyebrows. Believe that the probability is just skyrocketed considerably. Stop doing that eyebrow thing. Holy shit, it's so distracting. All that's left is to find a murder weapon.
I'm trying to look at my own eyebrows and I can't.
Can't you? Better my way. You came to this airport to rendezvous with the victim, didn't you? Nonsense, what are you talking about? We found a profile detailing information about you in the victim's luggage. I suppose it was prepared for him so that he could recognize you when he landed. Which makes him not Mr. Hicks, but rather Interpol Agent Hicks. Isn't that correct? I should have known you'd figure it out, Miles. It looks like they got to him first. So you really did come here to receive an Interpol agent then. Yes, Agent Hicks was on the trail of a very large international smuggling ring. I'm thinking. He yawned very loud. Then he went undercover to investigate this crime. And it was I who put him on this case. I was supposed to receive a call from him on his cell phone once he landed. I never expected to receive a call about his murder instead. I think now we have a pretty definitive evidence. It's funny, like complaining about his cargo. Maybe it was him. I still think that's the bitch. That Agent Hicks came down here to the cargo hold.
But what was he doing down here, sir? There's nothing but luggage. Oh, I get it. Maybe he forgot something in his suitcase and came down to get it. Ow!
Agent Hicks came here for a work-related reason. Of that, I'm sure. Yes, I'm sure he was here to investigate the smuggling operation that he was obviously investigating. Francesca, do you know exactly how he intended to pursue his investigation? No. Unfortunately, I was going to find out from him after he landed. I see. This raises another question. A normal passenger can't access the cargo hold on their own. Agent Hicks must have identified himself to a member of the crew and entered the cargo hold with that person who let him in. Yes, and then he was murdered here. These glasses fragments and his broken glasses are a testament to that. And then the killer put Agent Hicks into one of the spare suitcases and they entered the elevator. But while they were readying it up, the plane hit that patch of turbulence. As the internet shaking, the suitcase popped up and Agent Hicks' body flew out. At the same time, his wallet fell out of his pocket, spilling its contents everywhere. Which explains why there was money scattered all over the elevator floor. Investigation complete! I think it's pretty easy to say who the culprit is at this stage.
What? Really, sir?
I know what you're thinking, Miles Edgeworth. But the killer can be none other than Miss Rhoda Tenero. Here we go, bitch. Definitive evidence. There's a crew member, any one of them could have shown Agent Hicks to the cargo hold. But the point to keep in mind is the key card, and that allows the elevator to come down here. The only person with such high-level access is Miss Rhoda Tenero. I'd say that's a pretty decisive piece of information, wouldn't you? I know what she's trying to say, but I'm not certain it's as simple as that. Time to destroy her. Bros, think maxing, thinking in 2024, and to think down everybody knew you didn't take a lot of thinking. It was a crew member. Any one of them could have shown Agent Hicks to the cargo hold.
Hold it!
That might be true, but then it could be anyone, including Miss Mealy or even the captain. Don't be a fool. A plane without a pilot in the cockpit is like a horse without a rider, crop in hand, much like Scruffy over there. I can't disagree with her on that. Detective Gumshoe does always need a guiding hand. Very well then. What about the other flight attendant, Miss Mealy? Oh, I thought you might ask about her. But the point to keep in mind is the key card that allows the elevator to come down here.
Hold it!
Hold it! It's highly likely the key card was stolen from Miss Tenero. It's highly likely? Is that possibility the best you can come up with? You call yourself a disciple of my father. Ow! Yes, well, while I don't have any evidence, Be quiet, you're a disgrace. There's more evidence pointing to Miss Rhoda Tenero, you know. Not just the key card that gives her away. Are you talking about the murder weapon, the Captain Ugo piggy bank? Yes, she is also the only person with a key to open that display case. Further, there is the matter of the key to the display case that held the murderous bank. Hold it! But that is a fake. Stop right there, Miles Edgeworth. You don't have any proof that this is just a red herring. You must keep on insisting that it's a fake. Then what is the real murder weapon and where did it go? Speechless, I see. That's not a surprise. After all, you know that we searched the entire cargo hold and came up empty-handed. There must be a way. There must be something that can help me rule out the piggy bank as the murder weapon. Oh, fuck, I could tell they were gonna make me guess it right now. The crime scene. The piggy bank. We should break that bitch open. If this is the real weapon, it should be damaged or perhaps have a dent on it somewhere. Looking at that already, and there's no sign of anything on it. We can't discount it as the murder weapon on that fact alone. Piggy bank is, after all, made of a stronger material than human flesh. What? Are you supposed to be able to break it open? I think we should examine the crime scene in more detail. Might turn up the murder weapon if we search all over the cargo and luggage. You think I hadn't thought of that? Even now we're searching through them. But we haven't found anything that even closely resembles a murder weapon. Okay, fuck. I guess we should go for the piggy bank a third time. Francesca, I think you were too quick to jump to your conclusions. Oh, was I? Yes, we don't even have the autopsy results yet. How can I not say that you made a snap judgment when you have not yet to even see if the wound on Agent Hicks' head is consistent with the murder weapon? Scruffy!
Yes, sir?
Contact the medical examiner's office at once! I wish to hear the results of Agent Hicks' autopsy! Ah!
Eek! Yes, sir!
I'm thinking still down here.
We've got a big problem, Mr. Edgeworth, sir.
The autopsy guy's been killed! What is it, detective?
They're still doing the autopsy, but they said that they already know this one thing for sure.
Report now!
The doc said that it's one giant bruise from a beating from his shoulder down to his mid-back.
The victim's shoulder to his mid-back? He was beaten over such a wide area?
Well, I'd say maybe it's a sign the killer had a grudge against Agent Hicks. It wasn't just his head. The killer went all out and hit it multiple times, sir.
Instantaneous death resulting from blow to back of head. Bruising head to mid-back. Scruffy, what is had a grudge against Mr. Hicks supposed to mean?
Well, that's...
Was it the wound on the victim's head consistent with the murder weapon detective?
Oh, well, they said they were still looking into that, sir.
You're completely useless!
Yow!
He's dead. Sir, I told you already, you can't go down there. No, you remove yourself from my way! What is all that racket? My luggage, my cargo, they're mine, I demand you return them to me! We're still investigating the cargo hold. Please understand, have a little patience. I suppose there's no choice.
This is a cool scene, by the way.
Finally, I think he gave... Hey, what are you... You let me no choice but use strong force! Ah! You won't get past me! Oh! And then he died. He died after falling headfirst into the large 3D printed blender under that mat. Doesn't matter, the key to the display case that held the murderous bank. After all, you know, we've searched the entire cargo hold, and came up empty-handed, handed. The doc, oh, your line.
Doc said that's one giant bruise from a beating from his shoulder down to his mid-back.
I think that was really funny. It was obviously a grunt.
No.
Uh-oh.
What do you think caused the bruising all over him?
The murder weapon that couldn't be found. Oh, you think he fell?
Why do you think he was like, wait a minute, so that's what it's all about when the dude was falling down?
He was pushed. I need help. Cause of death smuggling and not smuggling cause of death? It does not matter. There's no way it matters. Throw me a bone here.
You want my help?
Yeah, that's why I've asked for it twice.
The top two.
Oh, come on. I was thinking about it too. What if it does? It does not. You lied to me.
I haven't played this in a while.
We're gonna lose right now.
No, it's gotta be the two left. Because it's not the murder weapon. And you're proving
We're running out of
the cause
guesses.
of death.
Oh, come on. Allegedly, this game is hard. Which is why there is extensive bruising over such a wide area. This is what I get for asking Gumshoe. The bruise from his shoulder to the middle of his back is one continuous mark, which is more suggestive of a single blow to the back. If that's the case, then the piggy bank is much too small to have caused that. Therefore, the murder weapon must be something far bigger.
It's the... Dude, it's the weapon and the weapon one.
I don't know. I think it's the smuggling weapon. It's the plane and the weapon. It was the plane. He was hit by a plane. The plane ate him, and then we're in the tummy. If we're looking for a rather large weapon, you'd think it would stick out. So far, we haven't found anything that resembles a weapon of any sort. Perhaps it's something we all overlooked from the very beginning. Because normally, it's too impossibly big to be taken into consideration.
What was that all about? Was he trying to jump his way down here?
Francesca! What? What do you want? I found it, Francesca. I found the real murder weapon. You did?
He really jumped.
We didn't. I don't fucking care. Didn't realize until now, but the answer has been right in front of us this whole time.
He might be hurt. Are we just brushing over the fact that he literally
Shut up!
Like,
There's a pompous attitude. Who cares? Who cares? Use your thinking voice. There's a pompous attitude of yours again. You should learn to drop that habit. This coming from a prosecutor with a habit of whipping everyone she comes across. Anyway, if you really are a prosecutor, back yourself up with evidence.
You're not listening at all, are you?
Come on then, show me this real murder weapon you speak of. Show evidence. This is the real murder weapon. I don't have any evidence.
Take that!
I've concluded that this is the real murder weapon. I killed him. Would you shut the fuck up? That was practice just now for when I would show you the real murder weapon. When we had practice whippings to your routine as well. Ow. The game's like, look, you know the answer. Stop fucking around. Show me this real murder weapon you speak of. Huh, I don't have any evidence to show you. What the fuck? Foolish reasoning from a foolish fool, from a foolishly foolish fool meaning to fool me. What do you mean by I don't have any evidence to show? Perhaps I should have phrased it as that which caused Agent Hicks' death is incorporeal. Forgive me, but I do believe I have figured out what the real cause of death. Free fall. The victim fell from a great height and subsequently died as a result. In other words, the real cause of death is free falling to the ground. He fell to his death? Yes, this is the only plausible possibility. The victim had an extensive bruising on the back of his head and his neck, and his spine, also his butt. And the only rational explanation for these injuries is he fell to his death. But the murder happened inside the plane. I know, bitch. You claiming that there's some place in this plane from which he could have fallen from? As I said earlier, the answer has been right in front of us the entire time. His gingeries. You can't mean... Yes, I do. The victim fell from the top of the stairs to this very cargo hold.
What? Then we're in trouble. We may have a second death on our hands, sirs. Hey, you. Tell me you aren't dead, pal.
Quiet! Why are you screaming? Oh. He's alive!
He's alive.
And there you have it, Miles Edgeworth. It's not possible that Agent Hicks fell over the railing to his death. That man is living proof of that. I suppose it's true that it's not possible, given the current circumstances. The current circumstances? What is that supposed to mean? Suppose that large piece of cargo wasn't there at the time. What would have happened then?
He would have been a Borginian pancake for sure, sir.
I suppose that man over there wouldn't still be breathing. But the reality is the cargo box is there. So there's no point in entertaining your wild hypothetical scenarios. It may be there now, but there's no proof that it was always there. Ha! So there could have been a window of time when the giant box was not there. Ah, but there was. What? What can I use to fucking flip her brain around?
Take that!
You refueled in the Republic of Zhangfa? Yes, this flight had a short layover in Zhangfa in order to refuel, but that wasn't the only reason for the layover, but also transferring some cargo. What if the box in question was only transferred onto the plane at that time? To further prove my point, let's take a look at what's next for the box in question.
It's labeled Zhangfa Express.
Correct, meaning it was loaded onto the plane in Zhangfa. Cargo from Zhangfa. Now, what if the box in question was also loaded on at the same time? It would mean that the box was not here in the cargo hold during the Europe-Zhangfa leg of the flight, making a clear drop from which Agent Hicks could have fallen to his death entirely possible. Zhangfa, I missed it. Ah, but your theory is still very far-fetched, and allow me the chance to prove how very likely my scenario is. My first order of business will be to examine that piece of cargo in more detail. Hey, you dumb fuck. You can rant at me and Burgundy all you want, but no still means no, sir. What? You cheap man! You're only waiting for me to give you money, yes?
This guy's really pushy. I wonder if he really makes any sales this way.
As long as I never have to face him in court, he can be as pushy as he wants. All sorts of boxes are piled up here. Already read these.
This one says flammable, and this one says...
I'm lighting it. I'm lighting it.
I'm all the way upstairs.
I love pushing buttons. Why are we reinvestigating these?
That's not the thing you should be reinvestigating. If you spot a bit of that, okay.
Okay. You must outrank this officer.
Fuck you. Hey.
He goes, needs some reflating. I'm following in your footsteps, sir. I want to try patronizing my subordinates. Cruel and forgiving to the detective, even in front of his own subordinate. Alright, let's check these out. Keeping track of this many pieces of cargo must be very taxing on the cargo crew. We already read this, and you're a fucking part-time mover. If I look in his eyes, he's waiting for me to poke them both out. And I will do so right now, poke. Here we go. This is a rather large piece of cargo.
There's a tag on it, sir. Let's see. Leaf Red statue? Never heard of it.
Nor I, but all I care about is if we can prove it wasn't here at the time of the crime.
Then let's get investigating, sir.
No! Bitch!
He's so fast. Oh my god.
Look, you're not touching my position. Is that my position?
Don't rush up him like that, pal. Oh my god.
This belongs to Mr. LeBlanc, does it? Should see what else I can find out from him. Hey, you little fucking freak. I take it that this large piece of cargo hold belongs to you, Mr. LeBlanc. Of course it is mine. I shipped this 5 pieces of art from Europe. This elephant said you worth 10 million cents. No, maybe very much more. Mr. LeBlanc's reason for choosing this plane must have been the large cargo hold.
10 million cents.
I suggest you stop trying to calculate how many packets of noodles that makes, detective.
Darn, how did you do all that? I feel like you keep getting better and better at seeing right through me every year.
Through our growth, each evolution of the planet around the sun. I had the distinct impression he continues to madly spin in place.
Hey, Mr. Edwards, so that 10 million cents, is that in euros or in dollars?
Does it really make a difference to our case? Mr. LeBlanc, there's a chance that your cargo is related to our murder case. I was wondering if you would allow us to examine it a bit closer. It's a very valuable piece of art, so no, there will be no touching. Alright, I'm gonna touch it now. I guess I'll think. I'm thinking! Think he's smuggling it? I think you're smuggling it! This is the blank has something to do with the smuggling ring. Then it's possible this fake statue was brought on board in Zhang Fa. I think I need to question him a bit further. Hey, buddy. About your statue, Mr. LeBlanc. I wonder if it might be a fake. What? How dare you say it's fake? I suspect that your statue might be the target of an international smuggling ring. Don't say such fantastical things. Only thieves. Those thieves were not there. I need a certification of my cargo right here. You mean the cargo certification document? Mr. Zink LeBlanc, why didn't you say so earlier? Please show it to us at once. I can't read this. What does it say? It says as plain as day that cargo was put onto the plane in Europe. And there you have it, Miles Edgeworth. Too bad for you. The statue was brought on board in Europe. No, that. Uh-oh. Oh, I found a hangnail. I respectfully disagree. You can't discount the theory until I see the statue for myself. You can have your wish. Look at it yourself and see that I am right! This, I know I've seen this somewhere before.
This is the Leaf Red? It gives off such a feeling of art. I can practically smell it.
Get your fucking nose off the statue! If it was unveiled in a museum in Europe, I brought it to this country to exhibit it. I believe a closer look is warranted here. Ugh, there's blood on the top of it. This was the infamous Ali Strait statue, huh?
What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? Did you find something?
There's something wrong with this picture. We should examine it in more detail. What? No. Ah, that's what I thought. Temple Run.
Eureka!
Those eyes are awfully orange, don't you think?
Yeah, and pretty. They remind me of sunsets when I was in grade school, sir.
I don't think you see what I'm talking about.
No, I do. But it's really like the color of the sun when it's setting, sir. Ah, the memories. I remember standing out in that field, spinning with my arms out until I felt ill.
I don't care about sunsets. Focus, detective. What color are the eyes in this photo?
Huh? Ah, sir, they're red.
Jesus Christ. As I thought, this statue is a fake. Mr. LeBlanc. What do you want? Do you not know I'm a busy man? I'll give you 2 seconds for your answer. Yelly Fred, I suppose this is your pride and joy, is it not? It's the biggest trophy on this European trip. Do you know why I wanted the best of statue? Sugar started 17 years ago.
Better grab a chair, sir. Sounds like this is going to be a long story.
Mr. LeBlanc, I regret to inform you, and you have my heartfelt sympathy, but... What is that? Sympathy? For what? You'll see. I'd like you to compare the eyes. The large fellow there has very bright and pretty eyes compared to you. Wasn't talking about the two of us. I mean the eyes of the statue in front of us and the one in this photo. Why is that yelling? Now that... Oh! It's a photo of the statue on display in a museum in Europe. Oh! Now do you see, Mr. LeBlanc? The statue before us is a fake. Oh! A fake! He died. I believe that even further examination will be required, now that we have confirmed that this is indeed a fake. There must be some sort of proof that this was brought on board in Zhangfa, and I will present you evidence that will resolve the remaining contradiction. Ah, right here. What's this? It just looks like it's...
Statue looks like it's stepping all over its neighbor's cloth cover. It kind of resembles its owner's attitude in a sense.
You, why did you say this now? Film on closing him, but not to be stepped on by anyone. That you curse mask sound effect from your vlog. I could do that. It's too expensive for me to allow to happen. There we go. Please forgive the trespass of my subordinate. Why should I forgive it if the dress passes? Unless it's expensive dress, you keep it. What have we here?
It says Zhangfa Express at the cloth, sir.
Something is tugging on the corner of my mind, as though something is out of place.
Can you figure this out, chat?
So Ali Fred is a fake.
That art dealer isn't looking too happy about it either, sir.
I will get to the bottom of this, for his sake as well as mine. Oh, I have to deduce, I forgot.
Eureka!
There's clearly a contradiction here. What? I'm wrong? It's just a simple
No,
case
right.
of another cargo cover getting stuck on another piece of cargo. Ah, it's not possible. But it is. It shouldn't be this way, but the statue's on top of the cloth. Supposing that neighboring piece of cargo was brought on board in Zhangfa, there's no way that any part of it should wind up under something from Europe. Which means that this fake statue was smuggled on board in Zhangfa. Then what about the cargo certificate? Let me ask in return, what about Agent Hicks? Why did he come down here in the middle of the flight? What the fuck? Huh? There's only one reason why, to secure proof of smuggling activity aboard this flight. So you say, but I don't believe he had to do that mid-flight. He could have just easily inspected all the cargo after the plane landed. That may be true, however, you went backwards, Francesca. Sure, Agent Hicks could have waited until after the plane had landed. but he had a reason for coming down to the cargo hold. Suppose he had found the fake at the airport. It would have been after the swap had occurred. At that time, the suspicion would naturally fall onto the statue's owner, who would have no way to prove that the statue was switched without his knowledge, which means there is someone involved who is forging or modifying cargo certificates. We did it. Oh, all my HP.
I guess the victim knew the real version of this was gonna get nabbed, huh?
Yes, well, his photo could be seen as nothing more than a simple souvenir. It was in fact taken to be used as a reference document later on. Next, Agent Hicks had to secure proof that the smuggling had taken place. He came down here to take a picture of the cargo hold. A rather empty one at that, right before the fake statue could be loaded on board. A photo of the hold missing a valuable piece of cargo would have been proof enough. After that, all I had to do was hold the Zhang Fa cargo crew and arrest the smuggler. Exactly. This only goes to prove my theory. If the statue was not in the cargo hold during the Europe Zhang Fa leg of the trip, there would have been enough height from which Agent Hicks could have fallen to his death. Officer, move this statue immediately. I want a thorough examination of the floor underneath. Now! Go on. After moving the Alifred statue out of the way, we tested the area under it with luminol. There was a reaction. See, but there was a reaction to luminol. And detection there was blood in that spot.
Can we stop looking at it now, sirs?
It would seem that my deductions were correct after ignoring Gumshoe. I suppose it would appear that way. The culprit cleaned up. Gumshoe, you're vomiting all over the blood!
Please don't spray that with luminol, sir.
Quick, spray his vomit with luminol. The culprit cleaned the blood up as well. And how do you think the killer did that? How did the killer clean up all the blood? Oh, did Gumfuck not tell you? The Borginian cloth, the Borgina cloth. The killer used the bloody cloth they found inside the suitcase to clean up the mess. I see they had a need to clean up all the blood before the plane landed in Zhang Fa. Yes, because otherwise the cargo crew would have discovered it during the layover.
So you guys are saying that the murder happened before the plane landed in Zhang Fa?
There's no other conceivable timeline for the events of the murder. But if that's true, then that there's a certain person's testimony to doubt. If the murder occurred before we landed in Zhang Fa, then this testimony becomes highly suspicious.
She's not guilty.
Yes, it's her. It's her. Miss Mealy. Recall Miss Mealy's testimony about Agent Hicks in regard to when we departed Zhang Fa. I saw Mr. Hicks sitting in his seat at 5 a.m., you know. She claims Agent Hicks was alive at the time of the murder service claims, but...
That totally contradicts the facts, sir.
Why would she lie about something like that? I think the only person who can answer that is Miss Mealy herself. To be continued. Yada-da-da-da-dum. Let's go find out. March 12th, 3:35 p.m. Flight GL 390, lower deck, cargo hold. Miss Mealy. Miss Mealy! Huh? Do you recall what you said earlier? About when you answered some service calls as we were departing from Zhang Fa? Huh? You said that Mr. Hicks was sitting in his seat at that time. However, that is simply not possible, because Mr. Hicks was dead long before we ever touched down in Zhang Fa. Oh. Miss Kimmy Mealy! Maybe I didn't see what I thought I did. No one can make a mistake so large, Miss Mealy. But I mean that kind of boo-boo all the time. What? Just going nowhere. There must be a better way out of resolving this contradiction. Beating it out of her. Very well, Miss Mealy, if you please, tell me about your alibi during the time span. From just before we were laying at 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. when the body was found. Are you telling me I'm a suspect, Mr. Edgeworth? Here's the bitch. Here she's gonna come straight out of here. She's gonna start lying about shit.
She's eepy.
Flight attendant's room, all by my lonesome self. Objection. 46, I was in the flight attendant's room, all by my lonesome self. Again? Well, easily objectable. How's a man supposed to react to a testimony like that? Miss Millie, wake up! Ah. Oh my god, she's like fucking fake lethargic. Looks like the only way I'm going to be able to wake her up is by hurting her.
Hold it!
Miss Millie, wake up! I'm awake, I'm awake. Miles Edgeworth, I demand that you do something about this fight, and at this instant. Why ask me to wake her up when you can finally put that whip to an appropriate use? 3 to 4 hours in the flight attendant's room all by my lonesome self. Objection. You stupid cunt.
Hold it!
Maybe you should press. Yeah.
If I remember correctly, food was being served in first class in the lounge between the hours of 3 and 4 a.m. The kind says early, Miss Rhoda. Then what were you doing in the attendance room at that time? Eating and then having a most delicious dream? I mean, you were neglecting your duties. No way, sleeping's part of our job too, you know. Yeah.
Hold it!
Hold it! Millie, how many times do I have to repeat myself? Wake up! I'm awake, I'm awake. Just arrest her.
Ouch, what did you whip me for, sir?
Oh, what'd I miss? The poor detective being on the receiving end of a lash in your stead. Really, sorry about that. You can make amends for that by continuing with your testimony.
Hold it!
So you were alone the entire time, were you? And no one else even popped their head in to say hi. Oh, well, I think a contradiction just popped in to say hi. What should I do? Should I raise an objection? Absolutely. Miss Maley, there's a clear contradiction embedded in your testimony. Huh? What are you talking about? It's not possible that you were alone in the attendance room the whole time from 5 to 6 a.m. I don't think I have evidence of that.
Not sure about that.
Is it this? I can investigate the statue? What the fuck? See, what's even the point of this? I can probably find some rocks down by the river I can polish to look like real jewels. Try that out and give one to Maggie as a present. I wonder if he's serious, and I wonder if I should try to stop him if he is. A lot of young people in this case. I don't know. I think it's gonna be this.
Take that!
Yeah.
I wonder if you would be so kind as to take a look at this receipt, Miss Mealy. Huh? A receipt? For what? It's for the suitcase Miss Cenero bought. Now, if I may direct your attention to the timestamp. As you can see, it clearly says 5:40 a.m. Miss Cenero. Hi! Huh? Why is the killer here? I thought you'd have locked up by now. I requested that she be present as a witness so that I may straighten out your complex lie. Now then, Miss Cenero, between the hours of 5 and 6 a.m., you took a trip from first class down to the first floor in a flight shop, correct? Yeah, I did that exact thing to buy the suitcase. After which I went straight to the attendance room to drop it off. And did you see Miss Mealy there at the time? No. So, Miss Mealy, where were you really between the hours of 5 and 6 a.m.? I'm gonna pretend to be asleep now. Miss K. Mealy! Huh. The bathroom? I'll be the one to ask the questions here. Yeah, maybe that's it. I probably just missed her. Nature calls, you know. You take me for a fool? That's a little too convenient to be true. But it's the truth. Cross my heart. Let's go swab the fucking toilet. I don't have enough conclusive proof to counter-argue at the stage. You don't believe me, do you? Please, give me a chance and hear me out. Oh, easily. Thank you for just offering yourself up on a plate. Look, I know you're suspecting me because I'm one of the crew. But you'd think that maybe you should also suspect Miss Rhoda, too. She's the one in charge of the elevator keycard in the shop, you know. If you ask me, that makes her super suspicious. So just keep throwing her under the bus. Please leave Miss Nero out of the conversation. Only you are under suspicion for now. I don't get it. Why are you covering for Miss Rhoda all of a sudden? Oh, now I get it. Maybe you've got your eye on Miss Rhoda. Of course I'm keeping an eye on her. Can't very well let her escape, can I? Never mind. You want to know something?
He's gay.
Sort of, actually, kind of... I have an absolutely no interest in people who can't appreciate my sense of design. Now's not the time for this sort of talk. According to the medical file, the staff meal timetable, there was no way you'd have enough piss at that particular time to use the toilet. Take that! The one from the crew. Hold it! Shut up! It's not the only reason I have for suspecting you. Your statements regarding Mr. Hicks also turned out to be a bunch of lies. I would say I wasn't in attendance. Wouldn't suspect me then, would you? Yeah, I suppose that's true enough. You think that maybe you should also suspect Miss Rhoda, too? Is already being detained for further questioning, or have you already forgotten? Oh, yeah, I guess I just forgot. Kimmy, don't tell me you suspect me, too. Sorry, can't help it. I mean, other than you, there's no one else who could have done it. Can't believe you would think that. I mean, me, the killer? Smithy, what did you mean just now by no one else who could have done it? He's the one in charge of the elevator keycard and the shop, you know. And what are you in charge of, Miss Mealy? I take care of the attendance room. Doesn't count. Oh, but I spent so much time in there, it might as well be my responsibility. Stretchworth, Kimmy is very talented in languages, so she assists some passengers who may not speak English, especially those who speak Borginian. She's the only one in this flight who is fluent. I mean, that kind of what am I in charge of? Why didn't you say so in the first place? What else could I have meant? Yes, I'm really good at Borginian. She's fluent in Borginian. And I suppose you're in charge of processing documents in Borginian? You take care of anything that has to do with Borginian. Very interesting. If you ask me, that makes her super suspicious.
Hold it!
Actually, your on-the-job behavior makes you super suspicious in my eyes. Huh? But why? Well, Mr. Nero is busy with the passengers and all of our other duties. You have a lot of free time on your hands. This is providing you with an ample time to commit the crime. Well, Edgeworth, I demand that you cease and desist in this line of conjectural questioning. I won't allow you to bluff your way through this like a certain defense lawyer. But I do not honestly believe Miss Mealy does any actual work aboard this flight. That's not true, Mr. Edgeworth, although, well... I'm gonna get her on this.
Objection!
God, stupid bitch. So you are the only one in this flight crew that speaks Borginian. Is that correct? Oh, yeah, I guess so. Say bye, Borginia, bye. If that's the case, then the signature on this document belongs to you, doesn't it? This is a falsified piece of documentation with only one purpose: to lead anyone who read it to believe that the Mr. LeBlanc's statue was loaded in Europe. The only person who could have either prepared or processed this document in Borginian is you, Miss Mealy. Without your participation, the smuggling of the Alif Red could not have occurred. I'm sleeping again. I'm gonna fake it. Don't sleep while I'm pointing my finger at you. I told you. I wouldn't dream of falling asleep on you, Mr. Edgeworth. Huh? It's exactly as you say. Oh, I wonder what that originally was. She's smoking?
No, she makes the bubbles that comes out of her hair when she's sleeping.
Are you confessing to having participated in the smuggling? No, far from it. It's true that I was the one who signed off on that document. You can't use that fact alone to make your allegation of smuggling stick. There's no direct correlation after all. All you have is my signature on a piece of paper. Really, all you did was sign it. I neglected to check if the cargo had been loaded onto the plane properly. So sorry about that. Seems that she finally woken up. It's going to be one tough fight. Suppose, this is just a supposition, even if I was involved in the smuggling, you can't throw the charge of murder on me just like that. You were involved in the smuggling. You would have a strong motive to kill. Agent Hicks was in the middle of an investigation regarding a smuggling ring. Just when he was about to close in, he's killed by a member of that ring. Well, did you ever stop to think that maybe Rhoda is the smuggling ring member? After all, like Road has access to many things on this plane for work purposes. Huh, so perhaps there is some element of a setup at play in this case. What are you talking about? Don't worry, I wasn't talking about you. I meant the killer. First it was myself, now it's Miss Scenario who is under the microscope. Seems to me that our killer is going to great lengths to pin this crime on anyone they can. You know Prosecutor that Rhoda is being set up, or that she isn't. Actually, I believe that she was indeed intended target from the very beginning. I believe that the plan was to push all the blame for the crime onto her. This evidence will prove my suspicions. This proves that the killer was out to frame Miss Scenario from the very beginning. Suitcase, right? No, wait, it had to be the piggy bank. Because she's the only one who could even get to it.
He's thinking. He's
Take
cooking.
that!
I'm beginning to think.
He's not cooking.
What? Are you sleep presenting or something, Mr. Edgeworth? No, as you can plainly see, I am wide awake. Haha, I'm afraid you failed. You're making so little sense that I thought maybe you were asleep. Dr. Sleepy Mrs. Hyde-esque transformation. Echo just comes in and asks me how I'm doing. I'm doing okay now. I'm a little bit more over my COVID. All I have left is a cough.
Take that!
The killer would have hidden the body anywhere, and yet they chose the suitcase. Is it wrong if I say it? No, you said Cobb. I'm cool with that. I like my name. Why is that? Perhaps it was to move the body up from the lower deck to the first floor. However, why go through the trouble to do so? The only way all these actions make sense is if the killer had wanted to frame Miss Nero for the murder. The evidence is blatant. I'm already doing it. Scenario buys a suitcase on every flight she works without fail, but should her suitcase be switched with the one containing the victim's body, that would have put her in a very tight spot. Unfortunately for the killer, the turbulence put an end to that plan. There wasn't enough time to put the body back in the suitcase. Ergo, they made do with whoever was at hand, adapting their plan, and tried to frame me as I lay unconscious on the floor from the turbulence. The killer went to hide the suitcase in the in-flight shop and brought the piggy bank back to the elevator in order to fabricate a false weapon. A lot of work for a fruitless endeavor, wouldn't you agree? I think the killer had a tough time too, huh? I mean, why did the killer need to frame someone that badly anyway? That's because of the special circumstances surrounding this particular case. What circumstance dedicated the circle need for the speed killer to frame someone? Who the murder victim was, when the murder took place, where the murder took place. The special circumstances is simply that the murder took place on a plane mid-flight. No matter which country, customs is quite strict in this day and age. So no matter what you do, the chances that the body will be found is very high. Therefore, it was no choice but to frame either Miss Scenario or myself. In other words, the only one who fits within the boundaries of the criminal's movements. It's not Miss Scenario or myself, but you, Miss Camille. Only you and you alone can be the killer. Yawn. And... Are you done already? I was about to fall asleep again. Anyway, let's be honest here. You don't have anything on me other than a whole lot of circumstantial evidence. Ugh. Oh, the music! She used Bubble Beam? Is this my low HP music then? I can see now the outline of how the murder occurred, but I have no definitive evidence. Isn't there a piece of evidence that's still unaccounted for? Something that I still can't quite fit into the big picture. The phone. I don't have any actual evidence. I thought not. But that's because it went missing and still is. Missing? What do you mean by that? In the complex puzzle that is this case, there was one piece I kept getting stuck on, and that is the victim's cell phone. Francesca, you were waiting at the airport for a phone call from Agent Hicks' cell phone, or at least that's what you told me. That's right! Agent Hicks' cell phone could not be found at this crime scene. You mean the killer took the phone with them? Precisely. I suspected if we were to find that phone, it would lead us to the killer. Haha, come on, get serious. Get serious! The victim fell to his death from that height. Wouldn't his phone break as well? We won't know that until we try a little experiment, will we? Francesca, I'd like to ask you for your assistance. You know the victim's phone number, do you not? Of course. Of course they're gonna Agent Hicks's phone.
It's ringing from somewhere, sir.
Oh, where could it be fucking ringing from? I hear a detective. Now, where is it coming from? It's gonna be in her locker.
Yep. The ringing's coming from somewhere in here, sir.
Leave no stone unturned, Detective Gumshoe. We must find it. How much you want to bet it's in her locker?
The ringing's coming from in here, sir.
What? It can't be.
This has got to be the victim's cell phone. Just whose locker is this, sir?
It's Miss Cinero's.
What? Nani?
We didn't investigate further? March 12th, 4:28 p.m. Flight G390. Lower deck cargo hold. So, Mr. Edgeworth, how did it go? Where'd you find the phone? I found it in the flight attendant's room. In Miss Cinero's locker. What? What? Red Cinero. I don't know anything about the phone. Was it me? Was it me? It's from Karma, is it? I suggest you arrest Miss Rhoda Tenero right away. Wait, I have a theory this is related to the incident with the key card. When the killer went to steal the key card, they conveniently stashed the cell phone in Miss Cinero's locker at the same time. It's related to the key card, alright. The same way that we have zero proof that the killer did just that. The only voice that sings the truth is evidence. It's the one bird we cannot ignore. What should I do? Francesca's right. I can't offer baseless conjectures at this point. Alright then. Why did the culprit take the cell phone from Agent Hicks? It must have had something very incriminating on, or in it.
Hold it!
What now, Miles Edgeworth? It's not over yet. We have yet to figure out why the killer took the phone. What? Inside this phone lies the final piece of incriminating evidence that will point us to our killer. We need to examine this phone in more detail. Do, camera, do, take a picture, do, come to think of it, I wonder, how exactly was Agent Hicks planning to preserve the crime scene of his smuggling? Francesca, I need you to confirm something. The cell phone, can it take pictures?
Mr. Edgeworth, I can't believe you don't know about this kind of basic stuff, sir, you fucking idiot.
Shut up, Edgeworth! I mean, fuck! This looks like a very similar model to my own. Fucking idiot. Oh, fucking idiot. What an idiot. I'm gonna whip him now. Do you think Agent Hicks could have taken some pictures with this? In particular, pictures as evidence for his smuggling case? If so, I'd say there may be some very inconvenient photos in here for our killer smuggler. Don't know.
But the phone's all busted up, sir.
Even a super prosecutor can't repair a broken phone. Oh no, I can't do that. Yawn. And then I'm gonna wipe my mouth. I'm gonna go back to sleep now.
Objection!
The LCD screens on the inside and outside are broken, that's for sure. But that's also reason enough to believe that the killer wasn't able to erase the data. What? What do you mean by that, Francesca? It looks like our killer isn't very familiar with electronics. His phone still rang when I called it, meaning the only LCD screens are broken. It's possible the photos are still in there inside waiting to be accessed. All we do is transfer data to my phone. Francesca, your phone, if you please! Very well. It's transferring. Alright, displaying it now. This is... Agent Hicks was most certainly trying to obtain some evidence for his smuggling case.
Hey, the elephant's nowhere in this pic, sir.
This has no meaning as a piece of evidence in this murder case, right? Ah, she's right. Oh, that's you.
There's not much we can find out from this about Agent Hicks's killer, sir.
Francesca, do you have games on your phone? Is this it? Is this the end? Is there really nothing in this photo that we can use? The suitcase is there. The fact that all the suitcases are here in this photo is odd. Agent Hicks was still alive at the time. What's exactly so odd about suitcases that haven't been used yet being there? Yes, well, I was only pointing out things that are different between now and then. Our topic ramblings have put this attendant to sleep yet again, Miles Edgeworth. Fuck. Definitely a contradiction. What's all this? Hmm? What are you looking at me for? Oh, they are cargo ship from Bourguignon to Zhangfa. So the reason they aren't here now is that they were dropped off in Zhangfa. This is the blank. Can you tell me the contents of the boxes? Unfortunately, there is no English written on them anywhere. One closer box is written in Bourguignon. Says, it is cloth in English. Cloth? Could it be? Is this where the killer? What is there for that scary face? Miss Mealy. Yeah, it appears that Agent Hicks was no ordinary investigator. He left us with a piece of evidence after all. A striking piece that will point out who his killer is. Ha!
I remember.
Maybe you shouldn't force your mistaken reading of a simple picture, Mr. Edgeworth. The Bourguignon cargo in this piece of evidence will point us straight to the killer. And what is that supposed to prove? The killer used this piece of cloth to wipe up the blood they had spilled. But there was one thing that bothered me this whole time. Where did it come from? And now I have finally found my answer in this very photo. The cargo that was unloaded in Zhangfa had cloth written on it. In Bourguignon, that is. This is where the killer grabbed a piece from to clean up the blood with. Oh.
Yeah, now you get it.
That's right. The killer was someone who could read and understand Bourguignon. And the only crew member that fits that description is you, Miss Cammy Mealy. Ha, that's pretty flimsy. The killer probably searched through all the boxes looking for something to use. When you're frantic, you don't care if the box is in English or Bourguignon. Sorry, but I cannot agree with your assessment of the killer's indiscriminate nature. What? There was no need for the killer to tear through boxes at random at all. If the killer supposedly could not comprehend Bourguignon, well then, logically the killer would have opened this box first. It says bed sheets on it, bro!
Hey, it says bed sheets in English right on the box, sir.
Precisely, and bed sheets would be perfect for cleaning up blood, wouldn't you say? Hold it! So what are you trying to say? That if I were the criminal, this box of bed sheets would have been what I would have spotted first. However, the killer chose to use some Bourguignon cloth. Do you have an explanation for that? The killer didn't want anyone to know that the real scene of the crime was this cargo hold, so they were afraid to leave signs that the box of the sheets had been opened. However, the Bourguignon cloth, well, that's a horse of a different color, because the killer knew that it was going to be unloaded in the Republic of Zhangfa. That's right, that's where the Bourguignon cloth was used, and the only Bourguignon reader on board who could make such a calculated decision is you, Cammy Mealy, you and you alone. Oh, shit, protect me, bear. It'd be very easy for us to confirm any of the boxes were resealed. All we have to do is contact the Zhangfa authorities in time. We may even find other evidence to incriminate our killer within those boxes. So what do you say, Miss Mealy? Why not confess to your crime here and now? Or would you rather wait and see what we find out from our investigation in Zhangfa? Oh! He was Interpol. I couldn't stop it. I brought him here. He started taking pictures. I couldn't be found out. I was scared. I was in trouble. Flashbang, come on! There we go. Fucking hell. Flight Shield 30, first floor lounge.
We finished making all the arrangements to take the suspect in, sir.
I've got very good guts, and you were very wrong about who the murderer was, gumfuck.
No, they're taking her down to the precinct now. Hopefully we can get more out of her there.
Just shoot her. I told you it was her from the start.
Whenever we even approached the topic, she just started foaming at the mouth. We thought
she's
it was
a dog,
soap, but she's literally rabid.
Shoot her.
It was scary, sir.
I'm sure it was. She probably wasn't prepared to commit a murder. Still, I knew it.
Up.
One thing's for sure, the room behind this whole mess means serious business. It looks like there's a lot more to this case than meets the eye, but I was right to begin with. Mr. Edgeworth! Just wanted to say how much I appreciate everything you did. Thank you very much. It was nothing. In fact, I should be the one thanking you for your cooperation. Truly, if it wasn't for you, I might not be here right now. Instead, I can continue to serve our passengers as a flight attendant. I hope that, well, please accept this as a token of my appreciation. I see. You don't have to take it if you don't want it. No, I mean, I would never turn down a lady's generous offer. Oh, thank you. I'm sure it will serve you well. Remember, we here at Go You Airlines are always ready to serve, Mr. Edgeworth. Thank you. I'll keep that in mind. I must bid you farewell. May all your skies be blue, no matter where you go. Oh, I leave. Hate to see her go, but love to watch her walk away.
I can't believe we wound up investigating the whole day, sir, but boy, was it fun.
Speak for yourself. My day was fucking awful. By the way, where's Francesca?
Oh, she's filling out some customs paperwork for her departure.
Departure?
Yeah, Miss Von Karma is always really busy, sir. She's been flying from country to country to chase down some leads regarding her case.
Detective, can you cancel the car I had you reserve earlier?
You got it, sir.
March 12th, 5:47 p.m., Hope Springs Airport. Francesca. Thought I told you when I first landed, I have no time for idle chatter. I have no intention of wasting your time, however, it has been a while since we last met. Also, I have no time for such familiar reminiscences. Just who do you think I am? You are Francesca Von Karma, a very proud prosecutor, deserving of much respect. Humph! It's only a little while ago I was but a wretched mutt who was always losing to you. A dancing parrot living her life on the name and fame of her invincible father built. True, your father, Manfred Von Karma, didn't lose a single case for 40 years as a prosecutor. However, I wouldn't say he was invincible. What are you talking about? The group I'm on the trail of is a little more troublesome than most. The smuggling route we found this time is only one sliver of the big picture. Sounds like a dangerous assignment. You really don't have to worry. I can take care of myself. Yes, I suppose you can. Plus, there's another agent on this case with me. Oh, another agent. He's a star among Interpol agents and has the highest successful arrest rate. Who knows, you may even run into him one day. I was simply caught up in this one case. How do you see why we would cross paths? I suppose. But I doubt he would say the same. I'm not following you. You'll understand soon enough. The fight has only just begun, Miles Edgeworth. I'll be back in this country soon enough. And when I am, you can be sure I'll pay you back in full. See ya, bitch. Hate to see her go.
And just like that, she's gone, huh, sir? Thank goodness I can finally rest easier knowing I won't have to watch out for her whip.
Detective Gumshoe, I want to thank you for all your help and cooperation.
Oh, it was nothing, sir. I was just happy to be able to work with you again. Oh. I think I'm gonna celebrate by adding a little extra salt to my instant noodles tonight. My life is
How much did you cut his salary by, Francesca?
Oh my God.
Detective, I was wondering if you might give me a ride down to the prosecutor's office.
Sure thing, sir. I'll even fly down the road in the patrol car if you want.
Don't make me remind you, Detective. Safety first. That's when it all went wrong. Thus, I solved the first case upon my arrival home. Francesca Von Karma. The smuggling route she was after. The leaders of that ring had already put their trump card into play. And the players on the other side of this war, they would begin to make themselves known throughout the next incident. Huh? Edgeworth speaking.
Finally, I called, and who knows how many times earlier, but I couldn't get through.
And you are?
You forgot my voice, Miles, my boy?
Mr. Amano? Ernest Amano, correct?
So you do remember me. I know it's really sudden, but I can't ask this of anyone else. There's been an incident, Miles. My son, he's been kidnapped.
Ah! The end. The end. The end, the end, the end, the end, the end, the end. I told you it was that ditzy chick. You knew from the second you were looking at her.
I had no idea. I never played this game before.
Liar,
Sarcastic
liar,
remark.
pants on fire.
Sarcastic
we're gonna-
remark.
Give me your best outro, Hoss.
Goodbye.